Hello and welcome to this week's Midweek Connection. I'm Todd Jordan. I serve as senior pastor here at Strawbridge United Methodist Church, and I am delighted that you have joined me this week. This week, I want to talk about worship. In Acts chapter 2, it says that after the Holy Spirit came upon the apostles, and Peter gives this sermon where several thousand of converts came into the church afterward. They had this community, and Acts chapter 2 verse 43 talks about or 42 talks about this community, what they did together. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayers. Awe came upon everyone because of the many wonders and signs that were being done by the apostles. It goes on to say that day by day, as they spent much time together in the temple, they broke bread at home and ate their food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having the goodwill of the people. And day by day, the Lord added to their number those who were being saved. They formed community and fellowship, which is a critical part of being a Christian. And now, I think after this past year, if we didn't know how important fellowship was to our personal, mental, and spiritual lives, we do now. For those of you who have been joining us for worship, live worship on Sunday morning, you know how important that moment is. And I know that there are folks that can't make it to worship. And I'm fine with that. There are people who have compromised immune systems, or they're still worried about getting sick, and so they're staying away. I know there are people that can't come every Sunday. There are other places they are, and that's fine. But what I want to do now is I want to talk to the folks who have gotten comfortable worshiping from home, worshiping online, which is fine. It's why we offer it. And sometimes that's the only way you can worship. But for those of you that can come to church on Sunday morning, I want to personally invite you back. If you've gotten out of the habit, and yeah, I get it. There's something nice about getting up on Sunday morning in your pajamas with your cup of coffee or tea or whatever, and watching worship with the family. But I just want to encourage you to join us live if you can. Um, I was reminded about this when Sunday after worship this past Sunday, one of our church members who's just back after the pandemic came up to me in tears, gave me this big hug, and said, "It is so good to be back. Thank you." And it's hard to describe in words how powerful it is. You really have to experience it for yourself live, and you know this because many of you were regular attenders, and there is a mystical connection that happens to us. Um, when we worship together live. So I just want you to pray about that, consider that. We're still offering worship only at 11 o'clock until August 8th. Then on August 8th, we will have two services. One at 9 o'clock, which will be our organ and choir led worship. And then at 11:05, that worship will be led by the band. So that's coming on August 8th. Until then, we're meeting at 11. And I just want to invite you to join us for live worship if you can make it. Do it for God, but do it for yourself. You'll be glad you did. May God bless you, and I'll see you Sunday.